The numbers are out. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin did upwards of 350,000 pay-per-view buys. The PBC never discloses their pay-per-view numbers. They just don't do that. All right, it's just their business, and that's how they handle things. But what I can say is this: the 350,000 pay-per-view buys reported by Dan Raphael is low. The buys were actually higher than that.
Is Gervonta Tank Davis a mega pay-per-view star at 350,000 plus pay-per-view buys? We're going to answer that question next. But first, if you're new here, thank you for dropping in. Please like and subscribe. Share this video. If you're a returning viewer, subscriber, thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Growing this community little by little. Really appreciate it. I love the way, the growth is going. So let's keep it up. But now let's answer the question. You saw The Insider, which is Showbiz the Adult, which I am a fan of. Always have been since he was like at 3,000 subscribers. So it's great to see him grow in this space, right? And get those inside tracks, as he says. But, you have to take everything with a grain of salt, right? So he says that he has an inside track. He also states facts. First, let's start with the facts. Yes. PBC has never released their numbers, except when it came to the Ryan Garcia. Supposedly they released those numbers, and it came at 1.1. Why? Because it was a great hit, and they wanted to, let it be known the PBC is here to stay. But besides, before that and after that, they don't do that. It's a wise decision, right? Only like Prime Video would know that kind of stuff, right? When they go to negotiate deals. And so now you have the situation where we had Frank Martin, a highly unknown person, right? The casual fan, Frank Martin, who is that? Nobody heard of him before in the casual space. But then you have Gervonta, who's a big star in the casual space, and then they face off at Prime Video, which a lot of people in the casual space don't know, right? They don't know. They usually know Showtime, HBO, but that's, now an era long gone. They know ESPN, and they're starting to kind of hear about the zone. 350,000 pay-per-view buys plus, he says, right? So he says that he was told that it was on the higher side, because his brand now is collaborating with the PBC and the Zone, and he wanted to know if his brand was adding to the value of the pay-per-view. What is his worth to the brand, right? And if his brand worth to everybody else, did they make an impact? So when he was asking and inquiring about this, he was told it was higher than 350,000. The only thing is you have to understand that he is a brand. It is, and I'm not saying he's doing this because he actually says that I don't have a dog in the race because I'm at the Zone and I'm also at PBC, so I'm at both sides. But it also could go both ways. You would want to appease both sides, so you can always talk up both sides. So it's in his best interest to talk up the numbers. They might have told him a number and said, don't say nothing, but just insinuate. You can kind of insinuate. It's not really facts, right? But let's go with the 350,000 because that's what Dan Raphael actually reported out, and all the other reporters. And so does that make him a star? Well, before he was with Mayweather Promotions, correct? He supposedly rarely ever cracked 250, 275,000. And now reportedly it's at 350,000 post Mayweather. So he's bigger now essentially on his own, not with like another star like Garcia. He's his own thing, right? He's big now. He's bigger. But it begs the question, is he the star? Is he the face of boxing? Well, if he only did 350,000 buys with a casual that nobody ever heard of, no, it's not the face of boxing yet. Is he going to be? Very well be in his next fight against Loma. That's going to put him over the top because even the casual fans now know who Loma is for many years now, and they have him in high regard. If he's able to stop or beat him convincingly, he'll be the face of boxing more than likely, depending on what the numbers are for that pay-per-view fight, because Loma's going to help him bring that up. Although Loma is not a pay-per-view star himself, it can definitely raise the value. He has to break at least 600,000, 700,000 with Loma. Because Canelo and Munguia, which is not a casuals fighter, we knew him, not a casuals fighter. I think it was like 800,000, 600,000, something in that range, right? Correct me down in the comments below if whatever it was. Canelo's still the face of boxing. I feel like Gervonta Tank Davis is on the heels of Canelo. Ages aren't that far apart, really. Only by 5 years, 4 years, something like that. 5 years, 6 years, something to that effect. So Gervonta doesn't have much time left to be the face of boxing. Is he the face? No. Is he getting very close? Yes. If he beats Loma, would that put him over the top? More than likely. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with it? Do you not? However the conversation goes, I'm willing to engage. Please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.